This late in Farast, spring was just around the corner, but the winter seemed reluctant to divest its hold on Brevoy this year. The drumming of fingers on fancy wood, the only sound aside from the merry crackle of the fire in the hearth of a very nice den. An aristocratic elf with one hand holding a missive he has already read a dozen times, yet can't help but reading again. From the elegant calligraphy to the wax seal, every stroke distressed him. He should have known better. Should have known after the last failed nuptial and his ultimatum that she would do something drastic. Yet he'd allowed her to slip away anyway, hoping that it would help her get over her cold feet for the last time. But once a full week had passed, it took just a few well-placed favors to learn of Restov's political play and the part his fool daughter was playing in it. Did she not understand the gravity of the situation? She was smarter than that. He knew she was. He had taught her everything, all the pitfalls and power plays at court. And yet still Calliope was all but solidifying Rostlin's power in the south. Directly against the interests of House Sertova. Against the interests of their sovereign. Of her own family. He did not crumple the note in his hand. He was above such peaks of passion. It was possible that she had been misled despite her training. The real world was different than her lessons, he knew that well, and he had fallen victim to nobles more experienced than he in his youth. Possible that she was blackmailed, though she should have known not to capitulate. Too many possibilities. He could plan for most of them. But he would make sure she knew exactly what it was she was doing before passing judgment, and if she still refused to see reason, well, he'd given her more chances than any father ever did. One way or another, this immature rebellion ended now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another political and horny Monday in the Stolen Lands. I am your game master for the evening, Jonathan Kenny, and this is Kin from Away. Are we sticking with that?
Yeah!
Right.
That's us!
Yeah. Don't sound so excited.
I'm just making sure. I know,
That's us!
So judgy about the name.
I'm not judgy. I know,
He knows what he's about to do.
It just has a different vibe than the Forget-Me-Nots.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kill you.
Okay.
Actually, we're the jesters, okay?
The jesters?
The horny jesters.
Jesters.
Anyway.
I mean,
Last
when
time.
is that jester not horny?
Different kind of horny. Last time on Secrets of the Stolen Lands, the party, finally having gotten the method to get around the mists, made their way to the Fort of the Stag Lord, where a few interesting developments awaited, the greatest of all being the fact that somebody from Alistair's paths was there working for the Stag Lord. And after a brief tussle, they agreed to work together. Their differences put aside, they made a plan, distracting most of the bandits in the camp, while the Kin from Away tried to deceive the Stag Lord with TNA, and it didn't really go that well. What else do you want me to call it, Cork?
Boobies?
Tits and
Bibs.
ass.
Tits and ass.
Bibs.
Did not go well. He unfortunately saw through their ruse, and a pitched battle ensued. The Stag Lord against Kin from Away. Thankfully, due to decent tactical decisions to engage the archer up very close and steal and break his bow, even with the appearance of his father, the druid Nugra, they managed to very soundly defeat the Stag Lord and Nugra, and put an end to the bandit threat in the Stolen Lands, at least for now. The Owlbear escaped, killing most of the other bandits, though they managed to capture the one that they were looking for. And Alistair's buddy from his past, also got away fairly scot-free. And the party looted everything that they could find before going to sleep for the night. Although not before Alistair had a heart-to-heart with Calliope, and before he had a heart-to-heart with a deer that appeared during his watch, dropping the broken longbow in front of him with the most judgmental look a deer can muster, which, if you've ever met deer, is actually pretty solid. And that's where we left off. We jump in. You guys can get a long rest
Thank God.
as you wake up in the morning.
Like, they probably all wake up to Alistair's, like, madman rambling to Akiros about a deer.
No, I swear there was a deer!
I
And
swear to God!
Okay, sweetie,
Right.
there was a deer, we get it.
Okay,
No,
Grandpa, let's get you to bed.
You cannot say sheet!
You don't really look at people judgmentally in my experience. Are you sure you weren't just like sleepwalking or having a bit of a dream?
A dream?
Yeah.
So Calliope sees a druid fairy thing, and we believe
None of
her.
you believe me.
I believe you! What are you talking about?
You look around like, we all believe her, right? And everybody's just like not making eye
Yeah.
contact.
Rhea is just sitting in the corner, drinking her tea and watching the show.
I swear to God there was a deer, and it gave me the most judgmental look as it handed me this broken bow. You know, Aristo's favorite weapon. I think I pissed him off by breaking this. Whoops.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you're
Okay.
maybe projecting just like a little bit onto this
I am
deer.
the devil. I am the broken bow.
You know, you'd think you would be like even because you purified the fountain thing and then you broke the bow. You think the god would be like, okay, you know, like this is fair, we're fine.
That's not how religion works.
That's why religion is
There's like
stupid.
that anathema shit, right?
Well,
Religion is stupid. Her.
There's like that anathema shit, right? Anathema? Come on,
Yeah, are
you're
you
the
saying a
religious
word?
one.
hey,
When you-
the player
when
has
you
no
go
clue what the
against
fuck
your
that
God-
means.
Yes, you do.
It's
Anathema.
when you go against your god's tenets.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought that was Oathbreaker.
No, my God, my guy, you literally asked me about Aristo's anathema the other day. Are you okay, Grandpa? Do we need to get you to bed?
Okay, so deer aside, what are we doing from here?
Well, we need to toss the helmet in the water, and then we need to drop the man off with the guards.
Okay.
I sound insane. I know it sounds bad.
Are those
It's
things
okay.
on the way?
What are you talking about? We were there.
Olegs? I don't remember where the angry skeleton.
The
zombie thing
angry
was.
skeleton guy is over by that one scary bridge.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
metal crossing
And
is up
where
there.
is Olegs again? Ask the
Up
player.
there.
Juniper super knows. Alright, so we
Up
just take like a
there.
little zigzag.
Yeah,
Alright.
The Davik. His name is Davik, I think.
that is indeed his name.
Yes.
Sure.
And then Falgrim Sneeg.
Sneak.
Bless you.
That sounds like a fake name, honestly.
He's in the other room.
I didn't
hot
choose it,
side.
alright? Blame my mom.
Okay,
I
that's
do.
enough of
Sounds
you.
like a fake name.
And then Akiros just goes by and just like shoves a rag in his mouth.
Alright.
Do you want to listen to that man the entire ride, or
It just seems a bit extreme, but it's. We should go.
You don't gotta bully him. He's already depressed.
Sneeg?
Is he the depressed one?
No,
No, that's the.
no.
The dwarf.
That's-
I forgot.
We got
I
many
mean-
depressed old men.
I mean,
Who isn't depressed?
Okay, Kiros.
with all the shit we've been seeing, I mean, I'm probably right. All right. Let's get to work.
All right. So you're gonna do the. Reyna had her apology tour. You're gonna do the finishing off quests tour.
Correct.
We don't have to go through every day, but the second day that you guys start heading back from the Stag Lord's fort, you get to Nettles Crossing. Probably about midday, and what do you guys do?
Is that where the water is?
Yes, you guys are
Yeet.
like there's the broken bridge, and Alistair just goes.
Hello, sir. Okay.
Kobe.
Kobe.
I mean, mission accomplished, I guess.
There is a brief moment. What exactly are you throwing in the river?
The Stag Lord's helmet.
Did it ask for his bones or his helmet? Because if it asked for his bones, I would have taken his bones.
It's just said his remains.
Oh,
I've taken
You're right.
his helmet and an arm. I don't know.
An arm's fine.
And
Yeah.
the head that was all under the helmet.
There's nothing left of that head. There's nothing left.
there's just a bag of this like bag of gore that we've been dragging
Hate
around.
that.
And ground
Terrible.
meat.
Because the helmet is a magical item, and you probably should keep it.
Okay, we're not-
Okay, then I yeet an arm.
You eat an arm in, and there's a brief moment, and then you just hear this sigh, like someone letting go of a breath that they'd been holding for a long time. And the same way that you threw in the arm, a Rancier comes and just like hits the ground right in front of you.
Moana ass bullshit.
Calliope, we can add to your aesthetic.
What is it? A lance? You said?
A Rancier.
Oh, Rancier.
What is that?
I
It's,
have no idea what that is.
It's like a long trident, but the central prong is longer than the other two.
Add
Oh,
to,
that
add
sounds
to
cool.
Calliope's aesthetic.
I can have it.
Pretty hot.
Well, does anyone else want it?
I don't care if anyone else wants it because I want it.
No, Calliope can have it.
Yes.
We're gonna have to take you to the coast and like hire a portrait artist or something at this rate.
Yeah.
Gorby can just draw you. What
Look
you
at that
mean?
artist.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
That's what I
right.
got
He's
all the
such a
time.
good artist.
We're gonna
He
have to get you
is.
some good paints.
Juniper doesn't let me have paint.
It is a +1 Rancier.
We had an incident in which
Rancier.
I put it in the stash.
he
Okay,
painted all of the grout in my fireplace. Just the grout, nothing else. They were all different colors.
Oh.
I thought the fire would make all the extra colors like into light everywhere. It did not work that way.
You know, I mean, it
I mean,
gives
rainbow
the place
grout sounds
some
kinda...
some character. I just, would have liked to discuss it beforehand. I definitely didn't do
Yeah,
this as a
permission is
child.
important.
We've been new.
Where's the stash again?
I hid snacks under my bed.
It's the
Yo.
little next to the party. We've been new. There's a little
Where's the
sheet with
stash?
like a folded over
Ah.
corner.
Oh, we've got Kingdom? Okay, sorry. Enough. Okay.
There's a kingdom now, yes, but we're not there yet. Don't worry about it.
I got excited. Alright, one more thing down. Check.
Yes.
This poor sneak guy has just been
No, I still don't know where it is.
hecking with this.
I think eventually you took
Oh,
the
stash. There it is.
Akira's took the rag out of his mouth just because he was complaining so much. But another day and a
This is
half back
mine.
to
Yes.
Oleg's.
Oh,
You
in-
see. Yep.
I was just gonna say I want hi. I feel like at one point
Mm-hmm.
Rhea remembered this time. Rhea and Alistair should probably have a talk.
We love talks here.
Yeah.
Day 3, like half a day's walk back to Oleg's. You, Alistair, corners Rhea.
No, not corners. It's
Goes
probably
to talk to Rhea.
yeah. It probably like starts to notice that Alistair looks exhausted and has not slept much. Rhea, do you have a moment?
Yeah, sure. What's going on?
Pick some berries with me. Let's go for a walk.
Yeah, okay. We could use some more firewood too.
He will walk away from the group with her and kill her. No.
Assassins!
You know the individual that I said was an old friend that is with us?
Yeah.
Friend is a strong word.
Some bad blood there, huh?
You are not allowed to go back to him and hurt him if I tell you this.
I mean, that doesn't mean I can't mess with him, so we'll call it even.
Please be kind to him. He is trying to turn a new leaf, and I'm trying to help him become a champion of Aristil.
If you think it's worth it.
Everyone deserves to have a second chance at life when their first chance has not been going right.
That's true.
He,
Beginnings,
yeah,
they're important.
he is the man that he tried to kill me and took away my eye. You are not allowed. Rhea, no.
I'm not gonna do anything right now.
That's the right now is the operative words there, Rhea. I just
Alright.
Gorby doesn't know.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain to him this. He's an incredibly intelligent individual, and I'm not saying that like he can't comprehend this. It's just it's a complicated matter that I can't have anyone charging into.
He's not exactly a finesse kind of person. I get it. I mean, it's as simple as this guy hurt me a long time ago, and it was really bad, but he's trying to do better.
Yeah, you do have a better way of explaining it.
Listen, I know you got a lot of complicated relations with the people in power, and it's kind of hard when you've tried to leave it all behind, but it keeps coming to get you. My mama Adrian, she tried to leave it all behind, and well, it hurts. She's still our business contact. She's still the head of our company, but once I got old enough, I started doing the talking for her, because I didn't want to keep seeing that look on her face. So, if you need somebody else to do the talking, I'm pretty good at being big and loud. If you need a minute.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to you telling Gorby. the fuck are you rolling?
I'm not talking about just him.
Well, what do you mean?
If we're founding a kingdom, we're gonna have to rub shoulders with all these people, all those nobles that you've tried to leave behind. Like the house that you left and Flappy's family and all that, and you need me to run interference, I can do that. I can take the heat off y'all.
I think I've done running from that responsibility. I've kind of been staving off that responsibility my entire life, and I think it's time that I finally, actually do it. So, I think all of us would be good to be able to, talk and do all that. But I'm not gonna shy away from it. I knew that it was only a matter of time before I got pulled back in. And what better way to get pulled back in at the end of my life than with people that I love? So.
It's easier to face scary things when you got a family behind you. And I think the rest of your family would be proud. But yeah, let me tell Gorby.
I mean, you're also my family, Rhea.
I bump his shoulder.
Everyone in the group is my family.
Never had this
You?
many siblings. It's nice.
You, Calliope, and Juniper are my 3 daughters, and Gorby is one of my kids. I'm still. I don't know how to describe Gorby. Gorby is my son. He is my son, but also, I will punt that man.
I think some relationships are best left undefined.
Let's head back to the
He's
group.
one of us. Yeah.
Alistair's just gonna do a curse reglance as he walks back with Rhea.
You take a look around. You were looking for berries, so you were kind of looking on the way, and you found this tree nearby. And you noticed that some of the ground around the tree has the look of being, freshly dug within the last week or so.
Think we got corpses? Or treasure?
Alistair
Or
slowly.
treasure on corpses?
Hold on. Alistair slowly walks over. Does this look like a grave? Or.
Make a survival check.
Okay.
First roll of the session.
Gonna be a 1.
No
That would be
pressure.
very, very funny. But
I also roll survival?
sure.
Where's my survival? There it is. Ooh, I get an item bonus.
Yes.
Blind, yeah?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Burp.
Oh. Whoops.
It's fine. Does not look like a grave. It just looks like somebody very hastily dug a hole and then threw all the dirt back on top of it.
Pooping.
Ooh, sacred.
Did you pee?
Gonna dig.
All right. It takes a
I
bit,
help.
about 10 minutes before you, with the shovel, feel it hit something solid.
It's bones.
You
I'm saying
find
this as I help you dig.
a heavy leather cloak that has clearly been wrapped around something. You pull it up,
Oh.
and there is a dagger, a wand, a silver ring, and some kind of book.
The
Book?
fuck is this here for?
Book?
This looks like I look at the book.
Looks like a spell book.
Don't know anyone who might need this. Anyway. What?
Oleander just runs by.
No. Shame. Should we? I mean, I feel like if we take this is technically stealing, but also, do you think Juniper might like this?
I think she would. And why, yes, it would be stealing, but this is not a camp. This is not somebody's house. Yes, they tried to hide what they left, but when there's equipment left behind or anything left hidden in a place like this, with no hard guarding measurements, there's always the understanding that somebody might come along and take it. If they really desperately needed it, they would have taken it with them.
I feel like we should at least leave a note that says sorry. Try harder next time. I don't know.
Yeah, do better. Get good.
Get good.
Get good at this.
I think we should.
What are you doing over here? Time, please.
Time saw the book and came waddling over.
Time, no.
Well, I think he agrees that
Magic
Share?
raccoon book.
You know what? I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to walk away. And if
Please don't start Arctic phone again, please.
and if someone were to take it and hand it to Juniper, I would not know. And he sets it down
Oh no.
and walks away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea counts to 10, picks up the stuff, walks into camp, does that country whistle that I can't do, and says, "Hey y'all, some dipshit left behind their stuff."
Oh? What's the stuff? The stuff isn't poop, is it?
A dipshit, you say?
I mean, they tried to hide it, but I mean, if they had to leave it in the woods, they couldn't have really needed it that bad.
Mm.
So, I mean, it's some cool shit. There's a dagger, spell book. There's a wand in here.
A wand?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it does. Give me a minute, and I'm laying all this stuff down in front of the campfire, and I'm gonna roll an Arcana check to see what the wand is.
Yes, please. It is a Wand of Burning Hands.
No more AoEs for Rhea. No. No. You don't get those.
So this is for me.
No.
She gets a roll of this.
Can I have the book?
Oh yeah, here. I didn't get a chance to take a look at it. What do you think it does?
I think Gorby should get the wand.
I open it. What's inside?
It is a spell book. It's a little water damaged, but there are 5 spells in it that are still legible. Dispel Magic, Illusory Object, Mage Armor, Shrink, and Unseen Servant.
Okay, I think those have to be of my spell thing for me to use them.
I can figure out the specifics later, but yeah.
Oh, but I wanted to RP. Can I? Can we just? I'll look it up later. But you see Juniper tear a page out and call Time over, and Time eats it.
Wait, Juniper, no.
This is how I learn spells.
No, time. No.
I'm serious.
I could have learned those.
Oh, well, it's just fun.
Okay.
We'll look at the rest later.
Maybe
We actually just-
Stop feeding time the paper.
That's
maybe.
how I learned them, though.
Time burps and just this small illusory figure appears in the air for a split second.
Smart little critter.
Me. All of my magic.
Was he sent to you
No, he was a
Oh, bad luck.
human.
He was not a human. I
Excellent.
found him rooting around in my trash. And I
No,
said,
he
"You
was
are
a human.
now." And then he taught me how
Was
to
he-
do magic.
Was he always magic, or did he become magic after being close to you?
No, he was always magic.
I mean, look at those little hands. That is magic.
Those hands have
He's
done
like
nothing.
reaching out for the wand.
No, you can't have that.
Give,
No.
give me hands. Give.
I play
He's
with
doing
him
that-
with it like a cat toy.
Yeah, he's doing the raccoon waddle thing on two legs while he's just like,
Not interested.
You know that Brooklyn Nine-Nine where it's like the corgi? It's like, don't fuck this up for us. That's Alistair in time at all times.
So this is how their moms do this, right? Right? That's
Well-
cool. That's cool.
This is how what?
I'm learning. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Those moms, the tech things, and that's how they all find the stuff for their shops. So Rhea learned how to tech things from her
No,
moms. I mean,
not
like,
really.
you're really good at it. They're probably super good at it.
No.
this
That's
is now an
what's-
archaeological
that-
dig.
Listen, I look for stuff that's been forgotten. I look for stuff that nobody cared to remember, or the people who didn't get to tell their story. And I tell it for them. My Mama Adrian, she finds pieces of art and old items that and gets them into the hands of the people that want them, or the people that should have had them in the first place. And Mama Lavender, she creates the most beautiful pieces of art and sells them in our shops too. So, everybody, we don't take things from people. We don't steal. We make
so it's
sure.
just the one mom who steals things for the shop?
No. No.
But that's what other
make-
people told me. The people that told me the things about all of you that told me that we gotta steal stuff and sell it.
We're not thieves, Gorby. We're antique dealers. And we make sure that if there's a piece of art or an artifact that should belong to someone or should belong to the people who owned it or made it, we help make sure everybody gets what they need and what belongs to them. AKA, fuck the British Museum.
So.
Gorby learns people lie.
Orby learns about the concept of lying.
I mean, there's some people who aren't exactly very fond of how some of the choices that Mama Adrian has made. So there are some people who like to tell tales about her and our family, but that's just because people are jealous that they can't live their lives like she did. They're too chicken shit to do it.
Alright. Well. Anyway, the Olegs?
Yeah, let's go!
Yeah, to Oleg's. So one more day's travel, and you eventually make it back to Oleg's. You walk up. It looks just the same as when you left it. Keston Garrus and his troops are kind of still on the ramparts, such as they are, keeping an eye out, and one of them calls out as you get within sight. you see Keston get to the top and say, have you returned triumphant, or is this just a resupply mission?
We've got your man.
You just like hold up.
Fucking
like,
sneak.
Gas
good.
hands.
I prestidigitation fireworks.
Jesus Christ.
Good.
For
Good.
illusory, and it's a cantrip.
They open the doors to the trading post and let you guys in. Keston goes up to Falgrim, just kind of like a very, very smug look on his face. He's like, thought you could get away, huh? Well, may not bring back my honor, but at least I'll be able to bring you back. Come on. And he just like grabs him from you and starts to frog march him away. Your reward. And you guys get 3 +1 weapons of your choice. Whichever those might be. And 30 XP.
All of us get that? All of us get 3 weapons?
Three altogether.
That would be
Oh,
wild.
I was like, Jesus.
I
Okay, well-
already have enough weapons on me.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
good.
Calliope does not need the weapons. 3 of you can.
I don't.
Yeah, I also have a +1 weapon, so you're all good.
I don't know. Is there a +1 staff?
Do a dagger. Oh yeah, do a staff.
Can I
Yeah,
bonk
do a
people?
staff.
Just keep.
You just got a +1 dagger from the treasure trove you ran on my...
You know, did Gorby get a... Gorby should get a +1 bonker hammer?
I have a +1 mace already.
Why do we all have
I think-
+1?
I don't.
I think he deserves a
Gorby
+1
has
bonker.
nothing. You're all holding out from him. I had no idea. Everyone else had magical weapons.
Fucking Gorby over here just smacking the Stag Lord for 70 HP with just a completely unupgraded weapon.
It's his hammer. It's his bunk stick.
These things happen.
Now you
The
You have
+1
a
are his
+1
rippling
bone stick.
muscles.
Plus water is muscles. I like the idea of Gorby just like getting supplies to upgrade his hammer to make it a +1.
So can I? It's Does a +1 staff exist? I'm looking.
Yeah, you just grab a staff, put it in your inventory, and then make it +1 in the
Maybe I
details.
already have. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay.
We could just sell it.
You could, but it's also usually more helpful because you can transfer potency runes to other weapons.
Oh, that's true.
So
I'm just carrying
you
5
can just pick
fucking
whatever
swords.
you want at the moment, but then like it's as long as you have access to facilities, it doesn't cost really anything to take a potency rune off a weapon, put it into a rune, and then onto another weapon.
Hold on, I'm gonna put this in our journal. Who is taking +1s? Because we would still have we would have one more +1 unnamed weapon.
Gorby's gonna take a +1 warhammer.
I don't know where
Okay.
in the details to just add +1.
Potency rune.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
It sounds like probably then Alistair could use a +1 dueling sword.
Need to bump up my dex, but I would love to have a +1 Aldori dueling sword, so I could have 2 of them.
Tight.
Dual wield.
So-
Dual wield.
The thing about Aldori dueling swords is the fighting style of the Aldori is very tailor-made to single sword combat and an empty open hand.
That is true.
If you like look at the feats in that archetype, most of them require you to have the dueling sword in one hand and your other hand free. But you could use it with something like a freehand buckler or gauntlet and things like that. But dual-wielding dueling swords is not going to give you as much...
I'm just gonna add +1 to the dueling sword I already have.
Well, add a +1 dueling sword because you can always sell the extra one for gold, stuff like that, during downtime and stuff.
I have so many fucking swords on me.
Then sell some of them, bestie.
Where the fuck?
Here, at Oleg's. You can literally sell them to Oleg. It's a
almost
trading
like
post.
trading
He
post.
has money.
Money.
I'll pay you. With
Money
what?
bees.
Mon-
Money.
All right.
Okay.
What's that from?
I'm now encumbered.
I want to say Parks and Rec.
Money Please is Parks and Rec.
No,
yes.
Money Please is Parks and Rec. I'm trying to say, I'll pay you what?
Oh.
Money.
That I don't know.
That's hell of a boss.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Still haven't seen it. Not sponsored.
Okay.
Not
One.
sponsored, not sponsored.
Okay, I'm about to fucking dump 5 swords at Oleg's feet.
He'll buy them for whatever they're worth.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay, give me a second. I now gotta do some inventory. Y'all roleplay. I'm just gonna
I
do
was
this
gonna
real quick.
say, like, everyone is here at Oleg's as you come back with news of the Stag Lord's defeat. Everybody is going to have their own little personal celebration before you get back to Restov. All the people that you met in your travels are here. All the NPCs, anybody that you want to do anything with before going to sleep tonight, and then eventually heading on the road back to Restov. Now would be the time.
Gorby is going to sequester himself somewhere and furiously work on making his fancy attire.
Wonderful. I think Amiri probably
Ri-
comes over.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's you working on there, little man?"
Oh, so we're going to a fancy party, and I don't have fancy clothing, so I'm taking this owl bear that we killed, and I'm making it into a fancy outfit.
I see. I was just gonna show up the way I usually do. My
That's fair.
muscles are...
Are you coming with us?
Of course.
That's exciting.
I think I speak for most of us when I say that we're very we appreciate the all of you, and we'd like to maybe, continue working around and with you in this new place that you guys are founding,
Absolutely.
Well, that was fun.
I mean, you're our number one ally so far. We would never want to go back
Damn
on
right.
our word.
You know I am.
Can't
Ever need
stand
me to
losing
kill anything,
things
I'm
like
your
that.
gal.
I got something you can kill. And she winks.
What the hell does that mean?
He just smiles and
Put it, Alistair. Pussy.
Understandable. Have a good day.
I like
Calliope's
your
cheeks turn red.
forwardness, but I'm afraid I don't swing that way, hon.
Ah,
What?
our
Wait.
paths have never met today.
Hold on.
He does give you a wink back, though.
Black ships in the night.
Amiri's straight?
Maybe.
The barbarian lady?
The
You're
barbarian.
not allowed to do
She's
that.
eight.
She's
That's illegal.
she's a straight top. They do exist.
Yeah, not in my world.
Maybe she's neither. You don't know.
Maybe
Okay.
she's
Maybe
alright.
she's neither.
Okay.
Her sexual orientation is combat.
Yeah.
No, that tracks.
Understandable, have a nice day.
Her sexual awakening was with her greatsword.
Understandable.
Hey guys,
Moving on.
I suddenly feel incredibly light. It might just be because I've unloaded all my fucking weapons. I no longer feel encumbered, everyone.
Yay!
How long have you felt encumbered?
For
Too long.
for half the sessions we played,
Oh my god.
and I've just been collecting.
You've never sold anything to Oleg?
He
No!
literally just grabbed everything off of the corpses and just never sold them.
Yeah.
I don't. When I play
It's just a walking
TTRPGs,
armory.
I forget. Okay.
Rhea will have started working on and sent off a letter because she knows if there's an occasion where her parents might go to, you might want to get ready for travel, because it's going to be a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Calliope writes her letter to her parents. And Ophelia.
Oleg! Do you want to come
What?
to your
Alistair,
party?
Um,
And your wife.
that's real mighty nice of you to ask, but I really don't like the city.
What's his wife's name again?
Svetlana.
Svetlana! Don't you want to get dressed up and go have a fun night? Oh, you're both like this. Alright, fine.
Sorry.
Aren't you like that too?
Yeah.
Svetlana gives a very
Play a
warm
laugh.
smile, and she's just like, I really got tired of all the politics, and
Me
well,
too! Okay.
Oleg and I, we both like it much nicer out here. We're very glad about you bringing an end to the Stag Lord and anything. We just hope that you don't turn this place into some place like Restov.
How far away are we?
You're at
mean-
least like 2 days walk from them.
Fuck the military, but also outfits.
We'll, keep stuff away from you.
Yeah, I mean we don't mind trade. We just don't want to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of the city life. That's all.
Protected land.
It's mighty fine of you. Appreciate it.
I'm just going
Where?
because I have a something to settle.
And you want to look hot while you do it.
What are you going to add, Juniper?
This?
Oh. Well, I have, we can find you. We should go and do some shopping. Maybe before we go?
What's wrong with what I'm wearing?
Nothing's wrong. I'm just saying maybe it would be nice to be in a nice little dress and dress up and feel nice.
I never thought about it, but I think we might have a lot to talk about in regards to this, Calliope.
In regards to what?
I like dressing up. I like being fancy. I don't get the chance very often because I'm on the road a lot.
So then we should dress up.
I thought
We
you'd
should go
be
to
on my
work.
side, Rhea.
I like to get,
There's nothing wrong with dressing up.
I mean, sure. I just don't like doing it. It's always uncomfortable.
I like making everybody else wish they were me.
That's fair.
And if you think about it, it's it's like a this is gonna sound cliche as fuck, but it's societal armor. The way you present yourself and how you present yourself to yourself in the world, that's one thing you can always control. Even if you can't control how people will think, what might happen to you that day.
I just like the attention I get from looking pretty.
Yeah, me too. That's also very good.
I just think fancy clothes are very uncomfortable.
I know, they are, but we can find something that's comfortable. Come on, let's go let's stop at this shop on the way. What do you guys think? Gorby, Alistair?
Oh, I already have my clothes.
Gorby's
Okay,
just
well-
in the corner with just like a half-made owlbear cloak. He's like,
We can make flower crowns.
That would be very pretty. Yeah. I like that idea.
Lovely.
We can put some in your hair, Gorby.
Yeah, let's do that.
Gorby has hair?
I've never seen your hair.
It's
Yeah,
the
I almost
most
saw it, I almost
luscious
saw it.
hair.
Oh yeah, super luscious. Only Juniper gets to see it. But you guys will see it soon. Don't worry, it's a surprise.
Okay.
Is that a goblin thing or a Gorby thing?
It's a Garba thing.
Nice.
You have to reach enough amount of hearts to
Dark
get Corby's hair. While we're here, all preparing and talking, is Dark Mommy Elf here? I can't remember her name. I'm so sorry.
Jathal is not here now.
I almost called
Okay,
her
gotcha.
Jahira.
Dark mommy elf.
I
Dark mommy elf, Nico.
I fucking couldn't remember her
Is
name.
it wrong? No.
You gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong?
She is.
I
You gonna
didn't say
boo me?
anything.
I've seen what makes you cheer. Alice,
Jathal
yeah.
is not there.
Okay, cool. Alistair is sending out all of his letters to his sister, and his brothers, and Ophelia, and also his husband and wife, and then whomever else I said I was inviting, because I can't remember.
As I see Alistair sending off letters, I just give him a friendly. Keep my name out of your mouth, old man.
Juniper, these are invitations. Do you want to look?
No. I'll trust you for now.
What the? Okay.
We have to go get dresses.
Okay, you go get dresses. Okay.
Mhm.
It's just a girls' trip. All of the girls go to get the dresses. Oh, no boys
Okay.
allowed.
No boys allowed. Understood. Just be back home by like what, 6 p.m.? Yeah, that's
Are
good.
you giving me a curfew?
We'll do what we
You
want,
know.
thank you.
She's
I'm not-
twice your age. You can't give her a curfew.
No.
Yeah, I'm twice your age. That's so true.
More than
Yeah.
Where are you guys going? The treading. We are in the treading post. You're literally walking like 20 feet away from us.
Once we get to a town.
Yeah, I thought we
What?
were going to stop. I mean, are there dresses here? Oleg!
It as well.
No!
Okay.
Oh, I guess we can't dress
You
up
ain't
then.
raiding Svetlana's wardrobe.
Oh,
I
then
said
that's a
no!
good point.
I will
No,
find anything
Svetlana,
I like in there.
you want us to bring
Wait,
you-
wait.
You want us to bring you... Do you want us to bring you back something pretty?
Oh, I mean, if it's not too much, if you not have to go out of your way too much, sure.
We'll find you something
We can do
big.
that too.
Won't be any trouble. You've been an excellent host to us. We'd like to show our appreciation.
Give me something that Oleg will like.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
okay.
Okay.
Where is the bandit captain currently? She's here.
Akiros or
No, the
August.
woman that we sent.
oh Kressel?
Yeah.
No, she's the one you sent to Juniper's, right? Wasn't
No,
it?
No,
we
it
sent
was
two
we sent the
people
power
Alistair
couple.
boned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, she's there. She's currently talking to Keston Garrus about how to be like a proper guard rather than a bandit.
Okay, so she's turning over a new leaf. Good. And where's the other one?
Did we send
Where is
two
he?
here?
Which other one?
You know which one.
No, tell me. Use your words, Nico.
No. You know the other grandpa that killed me, tried to kill me.
Akiros?
Yeah, that guy.
He's there, yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if they were like also talking. I don't know. I don't know what your NPCs do when they're not on screen. I don't know if they fucking T-pose. Like, what do you want from me?
They just stop. They just stop. There's ambient occlusion. Whenever you stop looking at them, they just stop existing.
Correct.
He's kind of in the corner, just watching everyone.
You know, the first step to becoming a champion is to, being sociable.
The last time I was sociable did not go so well. And last I checked, Aristil was not the god of idle small talk.
No, but you could find family among here.
Listen, It's been, 2 days, 3 days since we killed the Stag Lord? Give me a moment to, get out of that headspace,
What helps me getting out of headspaces like that is having friendly sparring.
I'm really quite tired of that as well, but I appreciate the offer, truly.
Just trying to see what can help.
Right now, I think, just some alone time might help.
Well, you have a bed?
Haven't exactly had much to look forward to these past however many years.
Well, you have a bed, and you have steady meals. And you don't have to do shit, so take as much alone time as you need.
Thank you.
Lippy!
Yes?
Healthy Elka said hello and walks away.
Bitch, you want to go sparring outside?
Okay. You wanna go play outside with me?
Wanna go play outside?
My mom said
Okay.
that your mom has to pick us up if my mom takes us.
And he'll spar with Calliope and continue helping her with her fighting.
You two go out sparring. You see Lindsay, the halfling bard, is watching on and just writing furiously in her book.
Lindsay, what are you writing about?
I'm writing about all of us, obviously. I'm writing about the chronicle of. Did you guys come up with a name yet for this? I just keep saying the adventurers, but I feel like I need to. It gets a little old just saying the adventurers.
Well, we talked
Well-
about our name being kin from away.
Okay, that's. I can work with that. I can
Yeah.
work with that.
We all
Judgmental
come from
much?
different places.
I'm not here to
And
judge. I'm just here to record.
I give her a noogie for the tone.
Neat.
I'm sure you got some opinions in that little head of yours.
Listen, just because I take a little creative liberty sometimes doesn't mean it's not going to be true and factual.
Okay.
I promise it will remain within the realm of reality. For the most part.
Alright. For the most part.
Don't worry about it. Just, and then the dragon landed. Just kidding.
I do a little
See? Dragon! What did I tell you?
Okay, well,
She's even got the scales! She's got the horns, the scales.
Oh,
I only got a few scales.
That's just what you want us to think, dragon.
Oh no. Oh, you discovered my dark secret. Whatever shall I do?
She looks really close at the scales on you and is like, oh, you're a gold dragon. You'll be fine. We're not in any trouble.
damn.
Rhea has scales on her cheekbones, like would have highlighter if she was cosplaying a fairy.
So, Calliope, to brace for the next attack, you need to be able to plant your feet squarely, with your shoulders. And are you able to go from 4 to 1? Sure.
What?
yeah, very easily. I learned this in 4 swords.
I apologize to Lance Orlando.
I've taken the sword class. I can do this.
Is this your pre-core test or your self-core
I still haven't
test?
passed it, so.
Okay, well,
So, who did you invite?
Well, I invited, of course, my mom and my dad,
Mm-hmm.
and my handmaid, and that's it.
You liar. Alright.
make a sense motive check.
Okay. Alright. Sense motive is just a perception?
Correct.
Okay.
Corby just pops out of the corner like David Beckham. Tell the truth.
Yeah, no, she's eliding someone that she invited that she clearly doesn't want you to be aware of. She's doing it's really obvious. She's like, and that's it.
Oh, did you invite a crush?
Who are you talking to?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you did. Maybe there's someone back home that you had a crush on before you left.
There is not.
Okay, well, you invited someone else, right?
Yeah, well, I invited Ophelia. Because, first of all, Alistair, no, because you have to listen to me. Because, first of all, Alistair, she is my friend. Genuinely, she is my friend. Okay? But also, I think maybe the two of you should maybe talk. Because she told me all these stories about you. Not stories, but I mean, she mentioned things about you, and they were not very nice, Alistair. And then I met you, and I don't understand why the things she was saying didn't match up to the person that you are. So I think maybe if you just the two of you talk, and then everything can be cleared. And then you can go back to being nice to each other.
I mean, we are nice to each other. It's just a strained relationship, and I'm not going to downturn your invitation. I'm not going to say that it was bad, because I also invited her. But
Oh, okay.
now that you've invited her, I now think she's going to show up. So,
Well, yeah, of course she's gonna show up. She's gonna want to know what I've been doing. She's gonna have lots of questions for me. And I get to tell her all about all of the adventures that I've had.
maybe I might get to see my grandson. It might be nice.
Oh, yeah, he's like, what, 9?
9 or 10.
Yeah. I don't remember when he was born.
I'm glad you do.
Oh!
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wasn't allowed to be there.
Right.
Oh.
It is alright. Ophelia and I have a complicated... She is my eldest. She... Eldest daughter syndrome is a thing. And she and I
and
had... It is, and I neglected to be a proper father for her because I was too busy mourning the loss of a friend. And she understandably is upset about that. So we have a very strained relationship.
I know. It's not like she talks to you all the time, or talks about you all the time. But I can tell that she feels really hurt.
Remember that talk we were having about second chances, Alistair?
No, I know.
If you want to do better,
Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
fucking headphones are fucking.
The cat.
Technology.
No, they just don't work sometimes.
I know that. Look, second chances are a thing. Correct.
Hello.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Second chances also do mean that the other person is willing to give that second chance. And I really hurt her. So I'm going to need to do a lot of work to earn that second chance back.
And this is a perfect opportunity to at least talk, at least speak to her. Because I know you guys haven't seen each other in a very long time.
It would be nice. I just hope that her husband hasn't been poisoning her mind, because that would be great.
He's a nice man.
He's Sertova.
As am I, Alistair.
Yes, but you're different. He very much is not.
You're not like those other Sertovas.
You're a cool Sertova.
You broke the mold, you know, when they made you.
Yeah, no, he thrives in all of that. And you know, I don't like him. I didn't approve of him, and I don't like him, and I'm not happy about him. But you know, it's fine. She is my daughter, and she knows best, and I'm not supposed to get upset about the husband that she chose.
Oh boy, that was a lot. Okay. From what I see, their relationship is nice.
I just don't like him. And I don't know, it might be like a dad tuition, I don't know. I just don't like him.
Okay. Understandable.
Watch your six, and he slashes down at her.
Anybody else doing anything before they go to sleep for the night and before the trip to Restov?
Nope.
I have time on my lap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you got to be nice. You got to behave yourself. But I could get you a little bow tie while we are in town. Okay? What? You want me to give you something? Okay, well, I'll give you the bow tie when I get it. Alright? Alright. Okay, go to sleep.
Time has,
Yes,
in
ma'am.
fact, learned how to give the thumbs up.
I love that for him. That was a level up feat, actually.
Yeah. He does. One of his features is like manual dexterity,
Yes.
so he has opposable thumbs
Yeah, let's go.
because he's definitely not a human that was transformed.
He's
into a
not!
Watch us get to level 17, and then like a hag turns him back into a
It's
fucking
literally
human.
gonna be the fucking jester and what
Listen.
the
Sprinkle.
Sprinkle?
sprinkle thing. It was secretly your
time
your patron all
Is a
along.
person. I had no hand in it.
You did.
That's between him and God.
You need to, when we get to a high enough level, you need to get like a spell that like reverts time back into like human or something, just to prove to us that he's not human. Because currently he's not making a good case for himself.
Somebody
Agreed.
needs to speak with animals.
Cast speak with animals. He goes,
Doesn't
actually, my
work.
name's like Steve. It's weird.
Anyway.
So you all go to bed for the night in the very crowded Oleg's bartering trading post. Juniper,
Uh-huh.
what are you dreaming about?
I think everything. There.
Everything.
Well,
sure,
no,
yeah.
it's just. I think it's just like a really weird amalgamation of all the crap that's happened to us. Like, she's back at her house, she's gardening, everybody is living in that small little house with them. There's a deer in the yard eating my vegetables. And there's a bow growing out of where the sunflowers are supposed to be, and
The
Gorby
deer
is...
has the stag lord's head.
Yes! He's like, well, at least I'm back home, I guess.
Akiros is there for some reason. It's very
It
weird.
made a lot of sense. He was like my brother in the dream, but I know he's not really my brother, you know?
And then he slips on a banana peel for some reason. And you're almost like half lucid at this point, like, is that a metaphor for something? Or
Yep.
and as you're just kind of enjoying everybody being there outside, you go back inside your cute, cozy little hut. And when you open the door, you are not in your cozy little hut. You are surrounded by darkness. Out of the darkness, you see manacles surrounding a pair of hands and wrists. You see the wrists strain at the manacles, but can't seem to do anything. Abruptly, you see the hands open, and these beautiful otherworldly flowers start to bloom in them. And then just as quickly, you see them go up in flames. And you hear a laugh. And then you wake up.
Look around, ground myself.
You just hear time very lightly snoring on top of your head.
I pull him off my head and hold him like a stuffed animal.
Gives a little squeak, being disturbed.
Oh, I didn't like that time. That wasn't you, right? You didn't give me the dreams.
He just very sleepily looks into your eyes and closes his eyes again.
Not off the table.
He does the ferret thing where he just goes boneless.
Time dangles.
I write that down somewhere. I'm sure I have paper or something.
Yeah, you have a journal.
A dream journal.
Eventually everybody wakes up in the morning and everybody gets ready to leave. Everybody except for Oleg and Svetlana are making their way back to Rostov.
Slowly but surely, I'm becoming less hurt.
As they get ready to leave, is Casey still around?
Yeah, she's I think
my other
this early
daughter.
in the morning. She's
No, don't open Gardic phone. Okay, we're good.
You go around looking for her, and you just see her like on top of one of the buildings in the trading post, just looking at the sunrise. She did.
Sorry.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, we lost her for a second.
She'll be back.
Well, we had Gardic phone for a moment. Welcome back. Are you enjoying Gardic phone?
Everything's fine. Not
You see Casey just sitting like on top of one of Oleg's buildings and just looking at the sunrise.
Rhea will just she'll walk up next to her and just kind of lean against whatever structure she's sitting on.
She's like on top of the building.
Yeah. You know, I'm not sure how much of a fan you are of big society, but you're welcome to come to the party with us if you want.
She looks down at you, and her orange eyes are twinkling, and she says, "Oh, I love big parties." There's so much to do. And I love seeing those nobles get so riled up when you just do the silliest things in front of them.
Yep. Good
And of course-
opportunity to shake things up.
Shake hands and shake pockets.
Well, milady, would you do me the honor of accompanying me to this momentous celebration?
She does, she rolls onto her back, and then it looks like she's falling off of the building, but she just turns it into a tumble and just, superhero landings next to you, and then straightens up and puts out her arm and says, "It would be my pleasure."
Oh, fabulous. I got a date. Sucks
you
to be
got
the
a
rest of you.
Alistair gives her a look as they walk in.
She just gives a yes, I know. And you all start to make your way on the long trip back to Rostov.
When we're walking, can I just sidle up to Calliope?
Yeah.
So, you know how a long time ago I grabbed your hand and I said water and all that stuff.
Yeah?
All that stuff kind of comes just randomly, and usually it's when I'm sometimes it's dreams, and sometimes it's when I'm just looking at people or I hold their hand or something. But I think I had one last night. There were manacles, which is alarming, and a hand, and it held out flowers that were really pretty for a moment, and then they all just disappeared. And I don't know what to make of them. I'm a little scared.
Do you think it was a vision?
I don't. My dreams are. The rest of the dream was just like a regular dream, you know. Everybody was at my house. There was a deer. I spent way too long describing the dream.
Describing everything. Okay, Jennifer, you don't have to describe everything.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you think maybe I shouldn't go to the party? Is that what it's saying? I don't know why there would be
No,
party,
that can't be what it's saying. You have to go to the party. Do you not want to go to the party?
I'm worried.
About the vision, or about you being at the party?
Me being at the party and also the vision.
Why are you worried?
Because too many people, I think, know who I am actually, and there'll be lots of more people there. And what if somebody stabs me while we are just drinking?
But only me and Alistair know, right?
Jamandi also knows, and I think Jathal also knows because she overheard me talking to Alistair.
Okay, that's a lot of people, Juniper.
I don't want them to know! And other people have come, poking about my house before, and Jamandi said she would make it all stop if I help with this, but,
So maybe it's not a good idea if you come to the party?
I don't know. Maybe I could learn magic real fast to make me look like an old woman.
Maybe. Or no one can prove who you are, right? So if people say, hey, well, I won't say it out loud, but if people accuse you of what they think you are, you say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's what
I'm just a witch in the woods.
Maybe I can just act super crazy. I could rub mud on my face.
Well, okay. Or you can just blend in and nobody will notice you.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, you are never really good at that. Sorry. I always knew when you were at the party. Well, I really want you to go. I don't want to go without you.
Try my best.
But I also understand if you choose not to, or if you disguise yourself as an ugly old woman.
I don't know that spell is the problem.
Oh.
I just wanted to tell you about the dream because you know about me having this happen before is all.
Well, I guess we should look out for flowers. If it was a vision.
I did write down. I made sure. I'll keep a lookout.
Okay, and you said something about manacles and a hand with the hand in the manacles?
Yes. Hands.
Did you know which hand it belonged to?
Did the hand look familiar? Was it Van Richten's hand too?
Yeah, it's Van Richten's hand. No, you have no idea.
It was just a hand. You know, maybe it'll make sense another 100 years from now.
Maybe.
I should keep walking.
Yes. We have to get the dresses.
And those are forget-me-not flowers, and that's hyacinth.
Ooh.
Oh, hyacinth smells so good.
I like those forget-me-nots. They're so pretty.
You should pick some.
Okay.
It is very early spring, so a lot of the flowers are starting to bloom, and the ride to Restov is a very beautiful one. Even though many of the days are fairly rainy, it helps all of the flowers bloom and break free of the earth. And by the time a week passes, you see this free city of Restov before you. And all of you, along with your companions, make your way to the estate of Jamandi Aldori. And as you go and get ready, you get your dresses and prepare for this ceremony. That's where we're going to go ahead and take a break. So everybody can go pee. We'll see you back in 10 minutes. and welcome back. So, the party, having arrived in Rostov, they make their preparations, get their fancy dresses, and their owlbear cloaks. And the day arrives. Everyone makes their way to the manor of Jamandi Aldori, along with the associated guests that have accepted their invitations. And we open our scene with everybody at tables enjoying the fine food, the fine wine, and the fine company. In addition to your companions that are all here, that you've met along the way, you see Jamandi Aldori, along with the mayor. There's a number of other people about, but where we start is as a number of trumpets sound. And you hear a crier call out, "Introducing, here as a representative of King Noleski Surtova, the king of all Brevoy in the name of Coral, Lord of Isia, Prince of Rostland, suzerain of New Stetvin, overlord of Restov, defender of the Lake of Mists and Veils, regent of the Dragon Scale Throne, blood of the Conqueror, overlord, and rightful king of all Brevoy, Natala Shurtova, sister of King Noleski Shurtova." And you see this woman walk in with a small coterie behind her. The crown princess of Brevoy, Natala Shurtova, along with a number of people, including Calliope, you would notice, your father, and Callum Lebeda, your betrothed.
Orby looks to, kind of aside to Juniper. Do I have to remember that entire name?
No, it's obnoxious.
That's so obnoxious.
It's too long.
Lappy, if you want to fake having a girlfriend, both me and Casey would probably be into it.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's her
So-
fucking ex is here. And
How do you know
sometimes
that?
people like-
You don't know that?
You don't know
wait,
that.
I don't know that. Never mind. I'll totally be your fake girlfriend.
Okay.
Calliope,
Wait,
the second they walk in, Calliope gets extremely uncomfortable and just stares down at her plate.
Alistair kind of nudges her shoulder and gets close and just gives her the dad arm over the shoulder of reassurance.
You are at a table with Alistair. His spouses, Ty and Philip, are there as well.
Aww.
As well as
You need his name?
Luca and Casimir, your brothers, are there.
Okay.
Your sister was busy with matters of estate and could not come, but your brothers are there, and they're good-naturedly ribbing you about being an old man out in the field again. And Elan is there as well. Rhea, your parents, you and your mothers are at a different table nearby, probably. You also see Keston Garris is there. Mager Varn, who you met at the first feast, as well as Hannes Drelev, who was the very snooty other person that was also in this whole scenario, taking over the Stolen Lands. And it seems like most everyone has arrived at this point.
Most.
There is no sign of Ophelia.
Yeah.
That's
It doesn't
so
have to be right
sad.
now. It can just be randomly.
Mhm.
But Gorby absolutely wants to play a prank on Tartuccio, who he's fucking eyeing over there.
Tartuccio's not here. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, no.
Tartuccio is now a wanted criminal. I do not think he is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's absolutely a wanted criminal.
Okay. I was just like, that
No,
motherfucker.
I forgot.
The gall.
He's like, "What are you talking about? We've done nothing wrong."
Juniper is nervously fiddling with the flowers in Gorby's hair. It's like, let me just make sure they're not going to fall out, you know.
He sits
You can
very
be
still
at
for
the
you.
table with me and my mamas.
So, Elan, have you found anyone in court? I know I keep asking this, but I need to know.
No, I have not. Come now, it's such a good title. The Bachelor of the Courts.
Oh my
Everyone loves
goodness.
it.
I was also the Bachelor of the Courts, and now look at me. I want you to be better. Come on.
What makes you think you're better than me, huh?
I mean, I already know that you're better than me in so many ways, but...
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
He just, like, tosses his hair.
Alistair just looks over at his wife.
All of you
and is
get the vibe that this is a conversation they've had a dozen times before.
Gorby is invested.
Everyone, this is Ty, my wife, and this is Philip, my husband.
They both
Hello.
give very brief bows as you're all, at the table eating and enjoying yourselves.
Calliope does the same thing.
They tie it as kind of like nudges Alistair and is like, "So this is Calliope, I see.
Yes, this is Calliope.
The family resemblance to your father is not very strong."
Well, my parents have always said that I got all.
Well, I can certainly see that. It suits you very well.
Thank you. It's very nice to meet you as well.
Of course, Alistair's told us a fair bit in his messages to us, and we're so excited to hear all of the dangerous adventures you've all gone up to.
They have been dangerous, but we've seen them through.
What is everybody else doing at this point? What's Gorby doing? You're
Gorby
the odd
is
man out.
trying to be on his best behavior. He's using his fork instead of not using a fork because everyone looks nice and he looks nice, and he feels awkward because he doesn't have his helmet on, so that's like his thing. He doesn't have it, so he's just like. So he's really trying to focus because that's what helps him focus. Is having his helmet and being able to put the visor down.
Alice,
can you describe
really
Gorby without his helmet?
Oh yeah, so Gorby it's been nicely braided up and filled with flowers by Juniper, but Gorby's hair goes all the way down to the lower part of his back, and it's just this really long, fluffy, luscious blonde hair, and it's completely full of flowers right now. Yeah, you do not know how he keeps it all in his helmet.
I did not expect him to be a blonde, honestly.
It's the only magical item he owns because all it does is the helmet just hides the hair. That's it.
That's all the helmet
it's
does.
an illusionary helmet.
It's a helmet of holding, but only for hair.
Can Alistair
Very
just keep
specific.
eyes on Calliope's dad as they're all joking around?
Yeah, make a perception check.
No. In fact, I won't because it's not letting me. There we go.
You keep saying that, and then you do.
There we go.
Rolling hot today.
It's a good session to roll hot. You see him, he's making the rounds as any good politician does, introducing himself to Jamandi Aldori. He's kind of extricated himself from Natala's side, who is at the head table with Jamandi Aldori and the mayor of Restov, going around to different people and talking to them. But you do see every now and again he glances over at Calliope, and you can see in his face he's trying to work up to something. You don't know what it is, but he's clearly trying to, like, build up maybe the courage, maybe something else.
Alistair is protective around Calliope, and then he just kind of whispers in her ear, "Do you want me to put up a chair for him?"
I was going to go over to.
Talk to him.
Yes.
Would you like me to come with you?
No, I think I can do it by myself.
I trust you implicably. I don't trust him.
Just keep an eye on me, okay?
If you are to go into a separate room to talk, I will be following.
Okay, I understand.
As a side effect of Gorby not wearing his helmet, as you guys can see his ears for the first time, and you can see the fact that he's actually, like, really paying attention to stuff, because they keep, like moving around.
I love that for him. They're like little bug antennas. Alistair will then just give Calliope a comforting side hug and let her go about.
She takes her glass of champagne, just
If he gets up and goes to her dad, can Juniper try and stealthily just like...
Bitch, you got a +1.
I know, I'm aware.
I'd say you can do this with either stealth or diplomacy, because you can kind of make it seem like you're fraternizing with everybody to get
diplomacy's
closer.
Probably better. It is. Oops. Hero
Hidden,
point.
hidden.
Okay.
Also hidden, please. Okay. Meanwhile, Adrienne and Lavender are doting a little bit over Rhea. I think Lavender is like, so did you find any interesting things in the Stolen Lands yet? Any strange ruins, any archaeological digs that you might be interested in?
Well, not really a lot of archaeological things. We found a couple of old things, but not the kind of legacy you'd like to keep alive, you know? I think part of the charm of being out there is that it's all new. There's no preconceived notions, there's no expectations of who you should be, and we can write the story however we want.
Adrian jumps in with a, well, yes, but obviously that means that we get first dibs on the best place to open our new shop in your new barony, right?
Well, that goes without saying.
Just
I'd
making
love to have you
sure.
guys a little closer.
We'll see what we can
Besides-
do. Maybe we close down the old shop and move a little closer. Be
Okay.
nice not to have to pay so many taxes. And Lavender just kind of like gives her a good-natured slap on the shoulder and says, Adrienne, we will pay taxes to the barony as anyone else.
It commits tax fraud.
It's called a family and friends discount, not tax fraud.
Well, hey, if there's any taxes, it'll be going towards the people who don't have anything.
Well, that's good. I'm
Not
glad to see we
Stupid
raised you the
shit
right
like
way.
nobles' pockets.
Adrian kind of gives you a little bit of a nudge and just like looks at one of the passing nobles that is very close, who just kind of maybe overheard it, but he could also just be sneering because that's what nobles do.
Okay.
I blow him a kiss.
Sorry,
Sardonically.
that stray wasn't meant for Alistair, okay? Sorry.
Yeah, Damn.
Calliope, you head over to your father, who is followed by Callum. The two of them are making the rounds together. And as you approach, he pulls himself up a little straighter and says, Calliope, so good to see you.
Father, it is good to see you as well. I hope that you
I hope
are
that you have not forgotten about Callum Lebeda, your betrothed.
Of course I haven't forgotten. Callum?
He kind of takes a step to the side and a very proper, if albeit maybe a little bit stiff, bow to you. No familiarity in it, just very proper. And
Yeah.
says, Calliope, it is good to see you. I was very worried when your father told me that you had left so suddenly.
Yes, well, you can see why. I got, well, it doesn't matter how anyways, it is good to see you.
Your father says, yes, you already said that.
Yes.
I thought we taught you not to repeat yourself in these kind of engagements, Calliope.
Of course. So, I guess I am to assume that our arrangement is still happening.
Callum, would you excuse us for just a moment? And Callum gives another bow and just goes off to a respectful distance. I think, Juniper, you are close enough that you're catching all of this without being overheard. Or overseen, rather. And Calliope's father says, Calliope, what is this? This is not just some immature fantasy. Do you understand what you have done? Do you understand what you've put at risk by not only leaving our estate and jeopardizing this betrothal, but fraternizing with the Aldori?
Do you not see what I have done?
No, I do not.
The
I see
stolen
you
man.
have killed a bandit nothing. I see that you have been traipsing about the wilderness with people that I do not know what they have been up to, or actually, and looks over at Alistair, and there's a brief moment of them catching eyes, and then turns back to you and is like, you have been fraternizing with people whose interests are not aligned with ours.
And what if my interests have changed?
Do you truly think that? That your interests are now against that of House Shurtova? Against the family Holdwell?
Does it have to be against? Can I not forge my own path?
Calliope, we are on the verge of civil war. And if you are not very careful, you will find yourself on the wrong side of it.
I do not believe that, Father.
And
I
what will you
believe
do?
myself to be on the right side.
And what will you do if I say that you must needs come back home and follow through on your engagement?
I have found a different path, Father.
Alistair, at this point, you notice the front door open. And you see Jaethel walk in. And you see her kind of take a few steps to the side, catch your eye, and just give half a nod. And suddenly, the doors slam open, and about a dozen guards come through. And all of the talk suddenly stops as you see these dozen soldiers walk up towards Calliope and her father, and then pass by them. They step in front of Callum, and they say, "Sir Callum Lebeda, you are charged with the fratricide of Lord Ethan Lebeda. Come peacefully, or you shall be taken by force."
Oh no!
Everybody, suddenly, just chaos breaks, and everybody is now talking over each other. You see the king's sister stand up from the table and say, "Is this true, Sir Callum?" Callum looks completely floored and just does not know what's happening and says, I am innocent of these charges, my lady, but I will not ruin everyone's night, and I shall go peacefully." You see one of the guards take out a pair of manacles and place them around his hands. And he is led out of the building by the guards.
Alistair is up and he is walking towards Calliope.
I think Juniper at this point also steps out and starts.
Yeah. Rhea looks to her mothers and she's like, I need to... I'll be back.
Calliope is standing looking at her father with a grin on her face.
Gorby has a giant pot pie in front of him, and he's just...
I don't understand the damn thing that's going on.
I lost track of you, milady. Are you alright? You look frightened.
Is this truly your course, Calliope? You will not be swayed?
I don't think I can be.
At this point, Alistair walks up and... "Evening, my lord. Calliope."
Yes, Alistair?
Sir Delion.
Pleasure to see you in this evening.
I wish I could say the same.
Calliope, are you alright? That was a scare, and I want to make sure that you're okay.
I think so.
Yes, I think everything is quite alright here.
Good. I was asking your daughter, though, so I want to check up on her.
I'm glad to see you care so much for Calliope, Alistair.
Well, I want to keep her safe.
Well, someone must, I suppose. If you'll excuse me, I have an announcement to make. And he swings by one of the tables and grabs a glass of champagne. Everyone is still, like, completely in a tizzy talking about the arrest of Callum at this point. And it takes a few seconds as he walks up in front of the front table and starts ding 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 ding.
Before he does that, can Alistair just grab him by the arm? Is this something, a course that you want to pursue?
My hand has been forced, I'm afraid.
Forced? You mean to tell me that you don't want to have a daughter in the center of a new kingdom?
I do not wish to have a traitor for a daughter.
I see no traitor here. I see a woman who was afraid that her father was going to force her to marry a murderer.
This is your doing, isn't it?
No.
Your grubby fingerprints are all over this. You may not have been at court for some time, but I still know your tricks.
I don't recommend making this mistake.
This is no mistake. And he yanks his arm out of your hand.
Calliope's gonna grab Alistair's hand and Juniper's hand.
Ding, 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 ding. The room gradually goes quiet again. And Clearance steps up and says, Calliope Theodosia Francis Holdwell has time and time again brought dishonor to the Holdwell family name. She's neglected her duties, forsaken her family, and now conspires in treason against the crown of Brevoy. Furthermore, she has been found to hold no blood lineage to the Holdwell line of House Shurtova, her mother bearing a child of another. Let it be known, I, Lord Clarence Holdwell of House Shurtova, do hereby disown the bastard Calliope, now no name. I renounce her claim to the Holdwell name, its properties, and its privileges. In Abadar's name. He takes a swig of the champagne, tosses it behind him, and leaves.
As he leaves, Rhea stands up on a chair. There is no disowning person who was never treated like family in the first place.
This does not concern you, Outlander.
All
Mind your
right.
tongue in these halls.
My
Why-
lord, this is an owner of a new town, of a new settlement that we are all celebrating. Do not speak down to her, because you think that you have some claim in this area.
I have no claim in this area.
Then leave.
I was.
Calliope. Just Rhea is just saying this to the people who are staring at large.
It is
Calliope?
silent after that pronouncement.
Is a treasured member of kin from away and will be the start of a new story. Is a sister to me, sister to our friends, treasured ally of the Bright Bouquet Company, and I hope you all look forward to the new beginnings that will come from this charter. A new home for anyone who needs one.
Right as Calliope's father leaves, Calliope's gonna try and run after him.
Alistair's gonna run after him.
Yeah, well, I was gonna do it before you said anything.
Fucking Scooby-Doo gang chasing after Calliope.
Yes.
Gorby.
You catch up.
No, you do your thing first.
I want to know what Gorby's going to do.
Gorby grabs a tiny thing of juice because that's what he's been allowed to drink. And he goes up to the front.
No.
He bangs on it a few times to try and get everyone's attention.
It's silent. Like, nobody has been talking, so it's just into the silence. You just bang this juice, and
I lift him
everybody's-
onto my shoulder.
everybody's-
him on my shoulder.
yeah, everybody's head swivels from the door that they've all just left through back to Gorby.
What? Did the adventurer say to the dragon?
No.
No.
What? You see Magar Varn in the corner. Is
no.
just like halfway in his cups. He's like, "What? Tell us."
Gorby just screams.
Doesn't say anything because the dragon ate him.
Oh my
He
god.
drinks his
No.
cup and walks away.
He slaps his hand, but Varn is the only one laughing at this point. Everybody is just too stunned to say anything else.
This is a celebration. Let's have some music. And Rhea will hold out a hand towards Casey, inviting her to dance.
She gladly does so, and everybody tries to engage again, but everybody is just talking about what has just happened. Calliope, you catch up to your father in the gardens around, just outside of the front door of Jamandi's mansion.
Father, please!
I have nothing to say to a bastard child.
You can't just call me a bastard! You can't just disown me like that!
I can, and I have. Your mother was a whore, and she slept with someone else, and you are the fruit of that union.
That is not true.
You are also a whore.
Tell me
Alistair
then,
comes up behind Calliope.
where have these strange new powers come from then? What happened to your brilliant swordplay? Was that not enough? To dive into the eldritch?
They came
These
about.
powers do not come from nowhere, Calliope. And they are certainly nowhere on my family tree, nor your mother's. You are no child of mine.
But I am.
Not anymore.
Even if I am not your blood, you raised me.
And look how well that has turned out. A child who refuses to stand up for her dynasty, who refuses to do as her father commands, as her family commands.
How can you just turn away from me?
Because you have forced my hand. Because you fraternize with Rostland. And Rostland will not survive this war. If you throw your lot in with them, then I must cut my ties.
Then I guess I have nothing left to say to you.
No, you do not, Calliope No Name.
How dare you? How
What
dare
business is this of yours, Delion?
She is your daughter.
Not anymore.
Whether it be by blood or by racing. You support your children. No matter what happens.
No matter what happens. Your daughter would know about that, wouldn't she?
And don't go.
Where were you when her husband... when they had a child? When they needed help at court? Where were you? Father that cares so much for his children.
I was not allowed there.
Yes, you were not. Because you failed them, just as my daughter has failed me.
And you cannot call your wife a whore when you yourself were sleeping about every chance you got.
Petty name calling? That is all you have now?
No. What I am saying is you cannot call the kettle black.
I can, and I shall. I have no heir. I have no daughter. Enjoy your new family, Calliope No Name. And turns to leave.
Juniper quietly keep following him.
Sure.
I'm gonna wait till we're a good bit away from everybody else.
Are the two of you letting him walk away?
Yeah, Calliope's just standing there, watching him walk away, completely silent, tears starting to stream down her face.
Monster is... He...
Give me
What is
religion.
your father's?
Mister.
Clarence.
Thank you. I'll never remember his name. Is this religion check? Aracel being, hey boy, sit the fuck down.
Might be.
I'm gonna... Should I
wanna
hero
hero
point
point?
that?
Sure.
Hopefully it's better. It is.
You, in this moment torn between two courses of action, suddenly remember the deer and the broken bow in front of you. And you remember the judgment. It's still your choice, but
He goes to Calliope to comfort her.
so Juniper, you continue following Calliope's father.
When we're out of range of the crowd and Calliope and Alistair, she's just gonna run up behind him and push him from the back. I'm sure he's like so much bigger than her, but
It still catches him off guard. He turns and his hand is immediately on his rapier and
do it. She's trembling. She'll be better without you. It's gonna take her a bit to realize that. But she loves you so much. And you don't deserve it because you're a piece of shit! You raised that girl. And just because you don't approve of the way she's doing things, you disown her. You're a fool. Because she is smarter than you will ever be. And you are the one who is not going to survive this war. You're the bastard.
do you have any other flowery words to give me, Juniper?
No.
Can you make me a sense motive check?
Hey.
What I have to say,
Blind.
Yeah. You
He's
would let me know.
trembling.
He's trembling? Like upset trembling or about to stab me trembling?
You don't know.
You are not as unaffected as you pretend to be. What are you going to do now? With
I
no
may not
fear.
enjoy doing what I must, but I will do what I must. One way or another. Because that is how I was raised. You should know that well, Juniper.
Is he saying that like he knows who I am?
Maybe?
Somebody has to break the cycle. And it could have been you.
Tell Calliope I have fired her handmaid as well.
She can find gainful work with us anyway, and she doesn't need a handmaid anymore anyway. She has friends. Turn around and walk away. I give him the finger.
He stands there for a moment and then turns around and walks away as well. Back to Restov.
Calliope. Calliope, darling, look at me. He hugs her and holds her hand in hair, you know. You know. The hug. The dad hug. What are you feeling right now?
I can't believe he doesn't want me.
Sometimes people make mistakes because they think they know what's better. He doesn't know what he's lost. A beautiful daughter who's forging her own independence and is going to become one of the strongest women. Cross off, strongest people ever in these lands.
I am nothing now.
No?
Yes. I'm a bastard.
Right, B. Over these few weeks, you have shown that you are an incredibly capable human being. Elf. It happens.
I don't.
There's so
see
many races.
Fucking old man. I don't see race.
Everyone's
Make
human.
Alistair racist, please.
I'm sorry.
You have proven that you are everything. And more. In my family, when we adopt someone, there is no question of title. There's no question of who they were before. They get all the titles that they are owed, and they become a Gewort darauf.
Good enough.
Thank you. No, I'm not offering something if you do not want it. But I want you to know that you're not nothing. Just because your father had a temper tantrum.
I feel like nothing.
Liebe.
I feel worthless.
You are everything to me. You are not nothing. Honestly, your father? Didn't want to say it, but now that this is all out, he's not a good man whatsoever. He and I knew each other very well about 30 years back. And he never made mention once that he had a family. He didn't make mention that he had you or a wife. No man that has honor does that.
I don't know what to say, Alistair.
You don't have to know. I will offer. Because I did say I was not going to offer, but I still am going to offer. If you want to take my name, that is okay. I would want nothing more.
I think I just want to be Calliope for a little while.
Being Calliope is a great thing to be. And guess what? On your tombstone, it will now say Calliope, Savior of the Stolen Lands.
She smiles and wipes off her tears when you.
You do the thumb of wiping the tears off of your face. Let's go back inside. Well, you go back inside. I need to find Juniper, because if she's run off...
I think she probably walks up about this point. Unless she's trying not to be seen.
Hi.
Thank God.
I don't want to go back in there. Please don't make me go back in there.
Oh,
And we won't.
do anything. I can sit out here with you. I do need to go ask Jamandi just something, just really fast though.
Can you just take me up to our quarters, please?
Yeah.
I just want to retire for the night.
Put my arm in hers.
Alright, you two get upstairs and get some rest.
The two of you head through the gardens, avoiding the banquet hall to get back to the quarters that you all shared that first night after the first banquet. Alistair, in the meantime, are you going back to the banquet, or?
Just gonna call out. If you're in the shadows again, that would be a good time to talk. I don't know if you are. I might just be talking to the wind.
Well, I wanted to make sure that nothing untoward happened. And you see Jathel step out from around the corner.
Nothing untoward would have happened. I mean, nothing more untoward. Gods.
A very unpleasant man.
No, that would... No.
I was not going to suggest anything, just... It always amuses me how pretty faces can hide such filth beneath them.
Yes, I suppose they can. Thank you.
It was quite literally child's play. I could have carried out that assassination when I was but 50.
Seems that House Lebeda is finally getting what's coming to them.
You mentioned that you didn't care about any fallout, but from what I've heard in town, there's at least one more scion of Lebeda, so no need to worry about infighting politics that will make your lives more difficult.
Who knows what's going to happen? They are shooting themselves in their own foot. And then this? Who knows how much longer there'll be a major house?
There is a, I don't know if you'd call it a lesson or a platitude that my mother taught me early on. Is that if there's a plot where the person that is behind it seems uncertain, that you should look to see who benefits from the outcome and assume that it's the intended one. So if you're not certain why they're doing this, look to see who's coming out on top and assume that it might be them. Of course, I don't know any specifics about the politics of Brevoy, so I may be incorrect. Elven politics can be a little bit different. In Kyonin, at least.
Certainly all very interesting. Well, I suppose we'll be seeing you soon.
I very much look forward to it.
Enjoy yourself. Get some drinks. Get some food. I would say you've more than earned it.
Don't really do that anymore, but I'll certainly enjoy the company.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Curse Strahd fucking plagues my mind. I was like, what do you mean? No, she's just not sociable. Not that she doesn't eat. Got it.
She walks back into the banquet hall.
Oh, yay, I get to go back in. Oh. He walks back in.
You walk in, it goes quiet for a second, and then talking starts back up. Juniper.
Can I get Calliope settled?
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, will you be alright for like 15-20 minutes?
Yes, please go back party.
I don't like the party. I just need to check in on something before. It's been bugging me, so I'll be right back though.
Time jumps up onto the bed.
Oh yeah, he'll
and
keep you company.
curls up next to Calliope.
He's not a person. Just he wants to be friends.
No, it's okay.
You also hear jingling
From the raccoon?
From time?
Yeah.
Is he like...
Did he steal something?
Yeah, you see as he like curls up, you see like a glint of gold in his fur.
God, what did you steal? I can't pick it up.
He takes out like 3 very nice rings from his fur.
You could wear them like little bracelets. Why don't you hold on to those for right now, and I'll be right back.
Stuffs them back into his fur.
Juniper's just gonna
I'm upholding.
Fur holding.
Quietly excuse herself and go find Jamandi. There's too many J names.
Jathal, Jamandi.
Yeah.
There's some more J names incoming too.
Great.
Yay.
Not.
You walk back in, and she is still at the head table with the Mayor Josephus.
A guy, a dude,
Joseph Selenius, that's what it is.
The mayor.
a fella.
Yeah. As well as Natala Shatova. She's on like the it's Jamandi, then Natala, and then the mayor. Are you just going up to her at the head table, or are you trying to get her like?
Oh, well, I'm going to go up to her first. I was gonna approach from behind and put like a hand on her elbow just to like get her attention gently.
Kind of looks back, sees you, and turns. Please, excuse me, Natala. I won't be but a moment. And she turns to look back and catches your eye. And stares at you for a moment before nodding and allowing Jamandi to retire with you.
Just go somewhere away from ears.
Yeah, just like next to the very nice fireplace.
I take out the letter that she sent me in the very beginning that got me to leave my house. It's a little fucked up now. Probably has blood on it.
Naturally.
So you said if I helped, you would make sure people stop asking questions.
I'll certainly put all of my resources into it. It's easy enough to, when people make these sort of queries, to nudge them to the side or distract them enough that they don't follow through.
It's becoming harder and harder. Because that's how I've gotten through this far. But now that people are missing, I just don't want anything to happen is all. So I'd very much like to make sure you're going to keep your end of the bargain up.
Of course.
Sense motive.
Go ahead, sense
It
motive.
took me a really long time to not say insight check. I was trying to remember what the correct thing was.
I saw you like sense motive.
My brain, it hurts.
Seems nothing that she's saying. She's not giving any ticks or anything that would make her seem like she's holding something back or being untrustworthy. She will say, of course, I have no intention of going back on my word, and I will do everything within my power to make sure that as many of those queries that I and my people are aware of wind up disappearing or going somewhere else. You are going to be in a very politically delicate situation, though. You are aware of that.
Weird, which is why I don't need any extra bullshit.
She looks back at the table and says, "Do you know why Natala is here?"
No.
There are many people who say that she's the actual power behind the Dragon Scale throne. That her brother is... She looks like she's trying to think of a delicate way to say patsy. Otherwise involved in other pursuits. She could have easily tried to shut this whole thing down. It may have cost her some political capital, but would have been very easy as the to have the king declare the stolen lands as that no one should settle them. There's quite a lot of other politicking going on with the river kingdoms and with Mivon to the south. That's a proper land grab by Brevoy would be seen as, should we say, aggressive. She could have easily used that to discredit the Aldoris and Rosalind, but she hasn't. Which means that she's playing her own kind of game here. She's decided to allow you and your friends to become the rulers of a section of the Stolen Lands. She has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Maybe she understands that Rosalind will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But I think that's rather optimistic. Could also be that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rosalind will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. And with who you are, while I can make sure that most of those queries go elsewhere, there are other people with even stronger connections, like the Crown Princess of Brevoy. Trying not to outright say anything, but the implications are pretty clear. I'm just saying, be careful and be aware.
Fucking games.
Me too. And yet we must. You could always go back to being a swamp witch. I've heard the stories.
I would love to. I would.
Just as I would like to not play politics. I would love to just settle down and start a school of swordsmanship and raise a new generation of sword lords. But alas, myself and the mayor have other obligations.
Maybe we'll get our peace one day.
It will be. We will. You and us both. I simply hope that it will come without too much bloodshed.
Well, you have a good evening. I think some of us have had enough of this party for the night, so we'll be retiring.
Quite understandable. We will discuss the specifics of your charter in the morning. But I look forward to working with you in the future.
Good night.
Good night.
While they're talking,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go up to the Crown Princess. And you know that little thing that we did at the beginning of the game, but we haven't done yet? Just gain influence.
Uh-huh. I mean, I've kind of been tracking it in the background with some
Gotcha.
I assumed he's been tracking it in the background.
Yeah, but there's also like roles that we can do.
Yeah.
Oh.
With this scene moving forward. That is my intention. But
Yeah.
just giving you a heads up. Okay. Alistair will go up and give a bow. Good evening, Your Highness.
Good evening. She has a glass of what looks like a very fine, but like a rosé, maybe. It's Alistair DeLeon, I presume.
Yes. It is a pleasure for you to be here for this celebration, as it were.
I always try and take a keen and vested interest in the holdings of my people.
Of course, of course. Well, as a member of the group that has decided to stake claim in the stolen lands, I do want to be the first to say hello and to make ourselves known.
The Stag Lord butchers, no?
Oh, is that what they're calling us now?
At least Hannes Drelev over there has been. You look over and see Hannes in the corner, who very much has a look on his face that you've seen on like the worst kind of nobles that think that everything is handed to them just because of their family name. Natala just kind of gestures over to him with her wine, and says, "That said, I know it's no mean feat to take care of such an individual. He's been harrying our guards and the river traffic for Abadar knows how long."
Of course. And now that we've, taken care of the issues, trade is now available in these parts.
Very much looking forward to your new... I don't know what you'll be calling it yet. Barony, duchy...
It seems that we'll be... It seems that we will be discussing that amongst us as a group. I do feel like it will be a collaborative effort.
Of course. I see you already have some merchants lined up for the trade, and gestures over to Rhea's parents. Which bodes well. Kingdoms live and die by trade, so it is good that you have already thought this far. I was worried that perhaps a group of adventurers that were to take care of a bandit lord would rise and fall like a firework, but it is good to see you kindling a forge, rather.
Of course. We would not, of course, go through with all of this if we did not have a plan to follow through.
You would be surprised.
Well, I
I'm
can say,
glad to see that you are not them.
of course. We do have trade set up as well as some commerce. We do have a couple of judges that might be making up a council. We have a few things already lined up and everything set up.
Is it
Go
your
ahead.
intention to remain independent, or are you looking to swear fealty to Brevoy down the line?
Well, it all depends. What protections will Brevoy provide if we were to join up?
Kind of gives a smile and says, "I feel like the former captain of the Crown Knights would know very much what kind of protections we can offer."
Oh, of course. I just wanted to double check. Nothing's being shorted.
Of course, this is nothing. None of this is. Shall we say it is off the table? None of it is confirmed or any kind of promises. But trade is important, and a very close relationship with the throne of Brevoy will, of course, make tariffs much kinder. It would make the ability to come to your aid in times of crisis very easy. As opposed to an independent state, you would need to be able to bring as much to the plate as those that you ask from.
Of course. Well, unfortunately, our group works together, so I cannot speak for everyone.
It is nothing unfortunate. It is always good to take into account the opinions of others, those who might be more knowledgeable in certain aspects than yourself.
Of course,
I have a
having
council
advisors.
advisors, of course.
Yes, it seems that we will have a lot to talk about in these coming months.
That is actually something I wanted to talk to you about. And she snaps her fingers, and an older-looking woman comes up behind her and says, "This is Chandra Merve. She is a very trusted advisor, and if you are keen, I would, with no strings attached, like to offer her as not even, shall we not say ambassador, but a consult for your up-and-coming barony, duchy, whatever you wish to call it. She has been a part of our council for many long years, but she was hoping to find her way to a less stressful system, given that her glory days are behind her, by her own admission.
Less stressful, she says. We are creating something new.
She is like clearly like elderly, maybe like 65, 70, with it almost kind of looks like priest clothes, what we would consider priest clothes rather than Pathfinder priest clothes, with like a square top and like a coif around her head that frames her face very squarely, and says, yes, the establishment of a new kingdom would... It proceeds, it has its own challenges, but is certainly a lot less to manage than an entire kingdom like Brevoy.
I mean, I would not be opposed for the help. And you say no strings attached?
Of course not. Chandra has graciously retired from her position in our court and is a free agent, as you might say.
Sense motive.
Go ahead, sense motive.
Tell me if I need to hero point, please.
I shall.
Thank you.
You should probably
Probably do it?
0 point, yeah.
Yep. Was it bad?
It is a 5.
Oh.
You look her in the eyes. This very, very powerful woman who all but rules over the entire nation of Brevoy. You're not an idiot. You know politics. You know there's certainly some underlying reason that she wants this envoy to be a part of your burgeoning nation. But you're not sensing anything outright malicious.
Okay.
You're not sure if there's other underlying things, but
like, I'm not an idiot. I know that this is for influence in our little town, but
Right.
I also can sense that it's not to be like a spy.
Right. You're not sensing that Chandra is secretly an assassin sent to kill Juniper.
I don't think that's the case. But I also am prepared for her to send letters back to let the crown, know what we're doing. Okay.
You don't have a good enough sense of like who Chandra is as a person to be able to tell like whether she will secretly be working for Natala or whether she will do her job to the best of her ability.
It is a very kind offer, and we shall accept help, because as we all know, creating what we are doing does require someone with a lot of experience when it comes to advising.
You will find very few more experienced than Chandra.
I do appreciate
the Dragon Scale Throne looks forward to seeing our connections grow in the future.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Oh, Highness, please. His Majesty is my brother.
Ah, yes, Highness. I apologize. And he will.
You
bow.
do see her momentarily preen at you calling her Majesty, though.
I'm gonna kiss this motherfucker's ass as much as I can.
I thought you were gonna say, I will kiss her on the mouth.
And then I'd be a man whore. No.
It's Man Whore Monday.
It is Man Whore Monday. He gives a bow.
Yosef has just been watching this with a very keen eye, just as Jamandi comes back as you bow and graciously excuse yourself.
He gives a look to Jamandi, the look of politics, and then he just goes away.
Yeah, she gives a, like, it's a very brief bow, but like a very, I know. What have Rhea and Gorby been doing?
Gorby,
I feel like you've been trying to keep the energy up in the party.
Gorby has been just wandering around talking to people, and he's got like a pie he's carrying in his hand that he's eating as he's walking around and talking to people. You know, people that seem like they're really interested in the fact that he's a goblin. Maybe they don't see goblins or get to interact with them. It's kind of
Maker
really...
Varn, like, as you pass by, like, grabs you and pulls you into the seat next to him. Is like, Gorby, right? Oh, it's very good to see you. I feel like we need to have another banquet that we make sure nothing dramatic happens. Because, like, the food is great, but, like, last time it was assassins, this time it was politics. You all should come to Varnhold. That's what I'm calling my new city, Varnhold. I'm Magar Varnhold, you get it? It's to the east of where you all are settling in the stolen lands, over the mountains. It'll be a bit of a trek for you, but it's going to be a great place.
That's a short joke.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. No.
He pulls out his hammer.
Wait.
It's like
Ah, you got me, Gorby. Yes, you and your friends all welcome at Varnhold anytime you desire. You come by and we'll discuss trade agreements and things like that, and then I'll show you a good time at my bars.
That sounds so fun. I still don't know everything that's going on, but yeah, this should be fun.
And Rhea?
Rhea said she's doing what she said. She's running interference.
Casey.
Anytime somebody is trying to get close to wherever Alistair is or wherever Calliope headed, while they're still down there, she's keeping the eyes off them, and she's letting them have their moments while she's keeping the crowd entertained. And just away.
Yeah. You do a very good job at that, Calliope having retired for the night, so not too much to worry about there, but you run very good interference. Gorby runs great interference, even when he gets grabbed by Varn. But the festivities slowly come to a close. People start to head off back to wherever it is that where they live, or whether they're staying here in guest quarters. You all make your way to your respective places. Settle in for the night.
Jonathan.
Yes.
Alistair, being that his daughter never showed up, is getting pissed drunk in his room.
Very sad, but understandable. But as you all settle in for the night, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yay!
And
Thank
nothing
you.
bad happened.
And nothing bad happens.
And
until
nothing
you
could
all,
go wrong.
Until you're all woken up in the middle of the night by the smell of fire.
Not again!
No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for joining us on another less horny this week, but still very political Monday in the Stolen Lands. We'll see you next week. Have a good one. And, well, I know we all want it to be Monday again. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.